For 7 seasons, he was the good-natured mechanic across the street from the Hazzard County Sheriff's Station, always ready to help the Duke boys out of trouble. Off-screen, his story was even more remarkable. A recovering alcoholic who became a beloved television star, then walked away from Hollywood entirely to serve 2 terms in the United States Congress. On Sunday, 9th August 2026, Ben Jones, the man millions knew simply as Cooter, passed away at his home in Luray, Virginia, at the age of 84. This is the story of a genuinely unusual American life. Ben Jones was born on 30th August 1941. Long before the Dukes of Hazzard made him a household name, his path to acting wasn't a straightforward one. In his 2007 memoir, Redneck Boy in the Promised Land, Jones spoke candidly about his own struggles with alcoholism, a battle he fought and ultimately overcame on his way to building his career. That honesty about his own imperfections became part of what made him so relatable to audiences later on. Cooter Davenport was never a polished, larger-than-life hero. He was an ordinary, good-hearted mechanic, and Jones brought a genuine warmth to the role that audiences responded to immediately. From 1979 to 1985, Jones played crazy Cooter Davenport across all 7 seasons of the Dukes of Hazzard, appearing in 142 episodes alongside Tom Wopat, John Schneider, Catherine Back, Denver Pyle, and Sorrell Brooke. Often referred to as an honorary member of the Duke family, Cooter ran the local garage conveniently located right across from the sheriff's station, giving him a front-row seat to the comings and goings of Bo and Luke Duke's endless scrapes with the law. Jones later reflected on why the show resonated so widely, noting that audiences simply smiled when they saw Cooter or Daisy, or the General Lee, regardless of their background or their politics. In his own words, the show made people happy, and that, more than anything, was the point. He reprised the role in the 1997 television reunion film and again in the 2000 special Hazzard in Hollywood, keeping the character alive for new generations of fans decades after the original series ended. In an unusual pivot, even by Hollywood standards, Jones left acting behind in the late 1980s to run for public office. In 1988, he ran for Congress in Georgia's 4th Congressional District and won by a decisive 20 points. He was re-elected in 1990, serving 2 full terms representing Georgia in the United States House of Representatives from 1989 to 1993. His time in Congress ultimately came to an end after redistricting reshaped his district, and he lost his next race against Newt Gingrich. Rather than returning immediately to acting after leaving politics, Jones took on a handful of other film roles, appearing in 1998's Primary Colors and 2000's Joe Gould's Secret. But it was his connection to Cooter and to the fans of the Dukes of Hazzard that would ultimately define the rest of his life. In 1999, Jones and his wife Alma Viator moved to Virginia and opened Cooter's, a museum and shop dedicated entirely to the Dukes of Hazzard, eventually expanding to 3 locations across Nashville, Pigeon Forge, and Luray. Jones became a constant, welcoming presence at these stores, greeting fans in person and performing with his own group, Cooter's Garage Band. Together, he and Alma organized countless fan gatherings and cast reunion events over the years, keeping the spirit of the show alive for devoted fans well into the 21st century. Jones remained close with his fellow castmates throughout, including fellow actor Rick Hurst, who played Deputy Cletus Hogg and passed away in 2025, a loss Jones spoke about with real, visible grief at the time. According to his wife Alma, Jones passed away suddenly from a massive heart attack at their home in Luray on Sunday, resting in his favorite chair while waiting for an Atlanta Braves game to come on television. In a heartfelt post on Facebook, Alma wrote that she'd lost the love of her life, describing Jones as having lived an amazing, rich, full life. Loved by so many, and expressing simply how much she loved him. Tributes followed quickly from his former castmates. Tom Wopat, who played Luke Duke, wrote that the show had lost another integral part of its cast, calling Jones a fine friend and a fierce advocate for the best things the entertainment business had to offer. Ben Jones lived a life that refuses to fit neatly into any single category. A recovering addict who found stardom, a beloved television mechanic who became a United States Congressman, and, through it all, a man who never stopped showing up for the fans who loved him. Few careers managed to hold both a garage in Hazzard County and the halls of Congress. Ben Jones's did, and he seemed to genuinely enjoy every unlikely mile of that journey.